Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders. In today's video, I am going to give you the most important Bitcoin levels that are going to be tradable over the next couple of hours, the next couple of days, as we go into the New York market session open. It is 1:45 South African time. New York market opens around about 4:30 South African time. So there's a lot of liquidity that normally comes into the market, especially on a Monday, new week. So there are some really critical levels that Bitcoin has to hold so that we can see higher. If there are certain levels that Bitcoin breaks below, we're going to see much lower on the charts. So it's very, very important to pay attention to this video. Like the video, subscribe if you want more of this. And I'm going to show you where I entered a long position, and I'm going to show you some order flow on ATAS. So with that, let's get into it. By the way, if you're new to trading or if you're looking for a reliable exchange to trade on, check out Bybit, one of the most reliable exchanges in terms of order flow. As you can see on ATAS, I use Bybit's order flow, tremendously accurate, far better than a lot of the other exchanges. A lot of the other exchanges, the data gets the users wrecked. But let's get into the technical analysis. So as you can see, we've been trading in this range after a massive drop from that $23,000 area. We actually lost this range to the downside. And if I turn on my channel, there's a kind of a downsloping channel that we were trading in. But looking on this 1 hour chart, we were trading between 24,200 and that $23,342 area. So as the saying always goes, trade the ranges until they break. There was a very good tradable range, nice shorts, nice longs, and this range broke to the downside, and we are now ranging in this current parallel channel. So this morning, we actually saw a very nice swing failure pattern to the downside. And if I turn on my high time frame levels, we can actually see that this morning's wick took out a weekly swing high and swing low. So if I change to the weekly, you can see that last week we had a swing low right to that level, 21,468 or that region. And a couple of weeks ago, or actually last year, we had a swing high on the weekly right to there. So a very, very important level, and also the lower trend line of our current range. So as you can see, and for those that don't know, swing failure pattern basically comes down, takes out the liquidity below the current lows. Why? Because that's where the current long stops are going to be sitting. All the guys that have taken longs up here, and you can see it very, very clearly in the ATAS order flow. They are currently, those guys were trapped as the price came down. As you can see here, up into the highs, we had, if you're looking at the delta, 2.2 million, 1.7, 1.1, 4.3 million. All of those guys were taking the longs up into the highs. And as you can see there, volume was right up at the top of these candles and all the way to that top there. Can you believe it? 21,900, 3.4 million longs there. And those guys were all trapped. And as price started going down, you can see a drop in open interest. And we had bearish CBD here, CBD making a lower low, and price not quite making a higher high. But definitely going forward, those guys were closing their long trades. And we had a small rise in open interest here. And you can see here by 1.8 million shorts entering, and shorts entering at the lows of the candle there. And we had a drop down. And finally, the swing failure of the lows. And look at this. This is the thing. Most guys, the average trader, is going to want to go short when they think there's a breakout coming at support. And most guys, like here at the top, they were taking longs at resistance. Absolutely crazy. So here you can see 1.6 million shorts opening at the bottom, and a total of 19 million negative delta. So we went from 14.7 million to 19 negative million delta. And the session delta, as you can see here, 4.7 going all the way down to 14 million. those longs really nicely trapped. And what we're seeing right now is that these shorts, you can see it from the session delta, 14.3 million, 16 million. So there was a bigger negative delta, and all of a sudden the delta started increasing. And now what's happened is there was a quite a quite a nice move up after the swing failure pattern. We had some bullish market structure happening, and currently we're trading very close to VWAP. So I'm looking to see if we can break up above this VWAP. I'll keep my long trade open. If not, I'll just close it slightly in profits and look for the next trade. But very interestingly, on the 5 minute delta chart, and even I think on the 15-minute chart on ATAS, we were seeing some very nice bullish CVD. So what is bullish CVD? You can see here the delta, as you can see here, the sells were increasing 14, 15 million, 16 million, 16.8. So the delta means that the shorts were outstripping the longs, and they were trying to short the breakout here, or short and hoping the price will break down, because there's a lot of FUD going on in the markets at the moment. But look here how that price is going down, but CVD, excuse me, was going down, but price was making a higher high or higher lows. And that basically shows that there are short traders that are trapped, and that's given us this nice little move up here. I really would like to see on the smaller time frame this daily reclaimed. If we go even to a smaller time frame on the 5 minute, yeah, I ideally would like to see a higher high made there. So yeah, we can see lower high, not quite a lower low, not yet a higher low, excuse me, a higher high, but I'd like to see possibly a higher low made and a higher high and possibly breaking out. Now, of course, there could be the bearish scenario where this level doesn't hold, obviously stops below this wick over here. And if we come down and make bearish market structure, that is something to watch out for. But also important to levels to look out for are these previous day lows. Those are levels that you can mark on your chart. If you just go to a daily, you can see that was the previous day low, marked out that wick. Our daily open there is important area of liquidity, previous day open, and the previous day EQ, which is kind of the middle of the range. And now we have our previous day high. But areas of resistance that we need to look out for. As I said, we're in this trading range at the moment. And at the moment, our major resistance is up there at 22,000. And yeah, I would like to see this go and complete the rotation all the way up to that high there. So if we pull the fixed range of this range, you can see we are in the process of reclaiming this value area low of the range. Very important point of liquidity. So possible take profit for this long trade would be up at the POC at 21,845. Also, as I said, VWAP is just above. So we'll see if we can break through VWAP at the $21,638 level. That's a possibly a nice take profit area. So other areas of take profit is at this swing high of the day. So if we look at our daily highs and low, that's where our daily high is for today. And yeah, possibly a good trade. If we go straight through those levels, obviously I will look to hold this trade a little bit higher. Excuse the noises in the background. I've got a little toddler in the background making noises. And possibly if we get to this $22,600 level and reclaim it as support, then I would say then that the bias would be more bullish again. Because if we look at this higher time frame, we've had no strength in the charts. If we go and break this level to the downside, obviously that is a lot more bearish, and we've got some key levels to the downside should we break those ranges. So let me show you where those levels are. We've got our NPOCs. So, and we've got a little range here between 21,300 and 20,700. So a volume point of control right here. We can see a lot of our volume point of controls on our ATAS, and these are level set. I actually got these templates from Igor at Chart Champions. So if we scroll out a little bit, we can see there's our time pointer control, a very, very important area to be aware of, around about that $21,100 area. And yeah, daily opens, previous day highs. VPOX, that's our volume point of control, $22,600, and a TPOC at $22,600. As I said to you, very, very important level, because if we reclaim that level, that means we are back into our previous range right here, and that I would consider bullish, and we could possibly go and look at taking out the highs at that $23,000, $24,000 area. So stay aware of those. Stay aware of these high time frame levels, these dailies. You can pause the video and just make note of those levels, because those are the, if we get back into the previous range, those are the levels we trade. Right now, we're in this range, and those are the levels that we are looking to trade. But looking at the DXY, we are coming up to a resistance. Remember, if the DXY pumps, that is bearish for Bitcoin. We are at a kind of a local resistance at the moment. So we've had a bit of a drop at the moment in the last couple of hours. That is bullish for Bitcoin. So if the DXY drops a lot lower, that is bullish for Bitcoin. If it goes higher, that is bearish for Bitcoin. So very, very important to stay aware of those levels. Make sure you use stop losses. Make sure you've got a trading plan. That's very, very important. At the beginning of every single day, I have a day scalping plan. And let me switch off these other levels so you can see those clearly. You can see this was my plan today. I wanted to see the sell stops taken out beneath these lows, and we had that move. And I wanted to see the sell stops taken out below this level, so you could see probably more clearly on a 15-minute time frame. Let's switch off that VWAP. So, and we had that taken out, and I entered a little bit early on my long, and we had the swing failure pattern of that low finally there. So looking at the order flow, let's see what's happening here. On a 5-minute time frame, yeah, we had a lot of shorts opening there at the lows. You can see there, yeah, even down below these wicks, a lot of shorts. Those guys are trapped at the moment. And at the moment, we've got a little bit of shorting happening here, right over there, and we've got longs opening as well. So the delta is still positive. So it is still looking good. If these levels, if it goes below 21,600, obviously, yeah, we could see a little bit lower again. So very, very important. Keep an eye on these levels. Keep an eye on your open interest. At the moment, we've, I'd say maybe some of the longs are taking profits at this point. If the longs keep on taking profit and the open interest drops, that means that this level possibly wouldn't hold, and we might need to close those long trades. But thanks for watching, and make sure to like the video, smash the subscribe button, and check out the links in the description. Have a great day trading, and I'll see you soon.